Hi there. I'm here in Corus on the banks of the River Forth. Actually, you might be able to see the waters of the Forth just over there in the distance. And I'm on the main road coming into Corus. And just beside the main road are the ruins of St Mungo's Chapel. And the legend is, or the tradition is, that this is where, just on the place where St Mungo or St Kentigern was born in the mid-500s or early 500s. And the legend is that his mother Thenyw was driven across the Forth by the tides, having been abandoned at Aberlady in a boat and left to her fate because her father found her pregnant by a foreign prince, and so she was cast out. But she came here, landed by a miracle in a boat, and gave birth to Kentigern, who St Cerf, who was here at the time and had the abbey just up the way, he called Kentigern Mungu, my dog, my little puppy, and that became his name. No, he was known for that. So hence on the wall here is a little sign saying that this is St Mungo's Chapel. Here was the former altar. Obviously this was a medieval chapel to remember that place where Mungo was born. Mungo grew up in the abbey here at Corus and went eventually from here over to over the river, over to Eilith, and there found an old hermit man who, when he died, said, "Take my body and put it on a cart," and where the cart stops found a community there. And that cart stopped on the Mullendina Burn, on the banks of the Mullendina Burn, and that became Glasgow, the dear green place. That became Glasgow, and it was the place where Mungo founded his community. But this is where his story started, and really his story is a story of grace, of God's protection, of God's hand upon a little one who otherwise would have been cast out. So Father, I thank you that you care for the outcast, you care for the marginalised, you cared for Thenyw, you cared for Mungo, you brought them here to this place. Thank you for this story, always of you putting your arm around those who are lonely, the widows and the orphans, those who are without care, and putting your care into their hearts. Thank you for Cerf, who found them and who raised Mungo here in the Abbey. Thank you for your provision for them. Amen.